Hello everyone, it's me Jijo Matthew back with another session of English. Hope you are all fine and going on well. As usual, we can start our session with a small warm activity. Take a look.
Tightly press together the fingertips of your thumb and index finger on your right hand. You should slightly curve the uppermost part of your index finger. Repeat the same movement for your thumb and middle finger, your ring finger, and your pinky one by one. Repeat this exercise 20 times for each hand.
I have certain expectations about you for this particular session. Be attentive throughout the session, think in your own way, and ready to learn. Moving on to the learning objectives for this particular session, that you will be able to describe the poetic language used in the poem. Before moving on to session, I would suggest you to grab your pen or pencil, couple of A4 papers, your English notebook and dictionary. If you are not having these materials beside yourself, please pause the video here, grab all these materials and come back as fast as you can. Hope you are all back and ready. Very good. We can move on to the essential question for this particular session. How do poets create special effects in the poem? Pause the video here, open your notebook, write down whatever you're thinking about how the poets are able to create special effects in the poem. Pause the video here, take your time, finish up this activity and come back. Hope you have completed. Some of you got the idea clearly, some are a little bit confused. Don't worry, by the end of this session, you'll get more idea about it for sure. We have been discussing about poetic languages and narrative poems so far. Today's session also we are going to discuss about one of the narrative poems. As you are already familiar, narrative poems are those kind of poems which tells, which describes, which explains a story within. Without much ado, we can move on to activity number one. Here I'm gonna provide a small poem to you that you can see on page number 92 of your learner's book, which describes about a little boy's dream. You have to go through the poem very carefully and identify the poetic technique used in the poem. Take your time, finish up this activity, and come back. Hope you have completed. Very good. We can move on to second activity. You have to go through the poem once again and explain the poetic language used in this particular poem. Take your time, finish up this activity and come back. Hope you have done. Very good. We are moving on to activity number 3. Here you have to explain the structure of the same poem that you can see in page number 92 of your learner's book. You have to focus on the number of lines, number of stanzas, use of punctuations, and the hidden meaning, along with the poetic technique like similes, metaphor, onomatopoeia, and personification. Take your time, finish up this activity, and come back. Hope you have done very good. we can move on to activity number 4. To go through the poem once again and explain how does the poet manages to create an effect of mystery in the poem. Take your time, finish up this activity and come back. Hope you are completed. Very good. Now it's a time for us to wind up today's session. We started the session with a small warm up activity. I showed you which are my expectations about you for this particular session. Discuss the learning objectives for the session that you will be able to describe the poetic language used in the poem. Throughout the session, we were focusing on the poetic language, the meaning, how the poet manages to explain all sort of things and the like. Then I gave a set of instructions to you that you have to follow throughout the session. Asked you an essential question: how do the poet manages to create a special effect in poem? Probably now we can answer with the help of poetic language, poetic devices like similes, metaphors, onomatopoeia, and personification, as well as the stylish language. The poet will be able to create special effect in the poem. In the first activity, we identified the poetic technique used in the poem. In the second activity, we explained the poetic language used in the poem. In the third activity, we explained about the structure of the poem, focusing on the line, number of stanzas, usage of words, and poetic language. In the fourth activity, we explained how do the poet manages to create an effect of mystery in the poem. Now it's time for a small assignment. You have to make a small write-up about the poem in your words. Take your time, finish up these activities and assignments. I'll be meeting you very soon with another video lesson. Save your doubts for the interactive session. Until we meet again, stay home, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and bye.